In traditional tabletop role-playing games, players survive by relying on a shared vocabulary. They recognize a goblin, they know the mechanics of a pit trap, and they anticipate the effects of a glowing magic rune. Curious. But this creates a problem for game designers. Once veteran players memorize the rulebooks and internalize the monster statistics, the tension evaporates. In 1980, TSR released Expedition to the Barrier Peaks, officially designated as Module S3. A module is a pre-packaged adventure booklet designed for the game master to run. In it, a party explores a mountain cave looking for monsters, but instead of carved stone, they discover a crashed interstellar spacecraft. Every familiar trope vanishes. Magic swords and basic spells are suddenly pitted against malfunctioning robotics, laser weaponry, and extraterrestrial biology. By stripping away everything the players understand, the game forces them back into a state of absolute vulnerability. The unknown becomes a threat again. Most fantasy campaigns rely on a localized threat, a dragon or a lich plotting from a throne room. This crashed ship has no malicious mastermind. A virulent pathogen eradicated the original crew centuries ago. The actual danger comes from automated systems blindly following obsolete programming. Police robots attempt to arrest heavily armed knights for failing to present ID, utilizing lethal force when their targets resist. Meanwhile, the ship's massive agricultural and zoological decks have completely broken containment. Alien plant life and captive specimens have mutated into a brutal enclosed food chain, where the players are simply new prey. The environment itself is the antagonist. It is a dead tomb of technological hubris, forcing the adventurers to navigate a hostile industrial ecosystem that operates on cold mechanical reflex. Communicating this alien environment created a unique challenge. If a dungeon master, the player responsible for narrating the game and controlling the monsters, tells the table they found a laser rifle, the illusion is ruined. The medieval characters do not know what lasers are. The designers solved this by publishing a separate 63-panel illustration booklet completely dedicated to the visual environment. The dungeon master would physically fold the pages horizontally and vertically to isolate a single drawing. This manipulation showed players exactly what their characters saw, without accidentally revealing secret map coordinates and room numbers printed on adjacent panels. Handing the players an image of a strange metal tube with a glass eye forced them to deduce its function entirely on their own, maintaining a strict asymmetry of information. This complex flowchart system simulated blind experimentation with advanced technology. Pushing buttons led down randomized paths. Successfully firing a laser rifle required guessing a specific sequence, sliding an arm into plates, using a camera hood, and gripping the trigger. Failure triggered lethal explosive short circuits. Resolving these flowcharts often required rolling percentile dice, two 10-sided dice rolled together to generate a number between 1 and 100. While this repetitive rolling slowed the narrative pacing down, it accurately simulated the tedious, tactile danger of reverse engineering unknown technology. Pitting traditional knights against malfunctioning robotics sparked a massive, ongoing debate across the tabletop industry regarding genre purity. Newer players argued that ray guns broke their medieval immersion. Earliest adopters, however, saw it as a welcome return to the chaotic, pulp-inspired collision of tropes found in 1930s weird fiction. When the adventure was officially remade in 2024, designers added Aphelion, a sentient AI. AI, or artificial intelligence, refers to a computer program designed to mimic human reasoning and control automated systems. Giving players an active, communicative villain to negotiate with alters the psychological weight of the adventure, softening the original tone of isolated exploration. The 1980 release remains a masterpiece because it recognizes a colder truth. The most terrifying threat in any game is our own utter ignorance inside a machine that operates without us.